Ever wonder why some of history's most brilliant minds sought isolation? Carl Jung discovered something shocking about solitude that modern psychology is only beginning to understand. Your isolation isn't a glitch in your life's plan. It's a crucial feature designed to unlock potential you never knew existed. Jung called this process individuation, the psychological journey toward becoming your complete, authentic self. But here's what most people miss. This journey can't happen in the noise of constant connection. The universe isolates you because certain growth only occurs in solitude. Think about it. When was the last time you had a profound realization while scrolling through social media? Probably never. But in those quiet moments alone with your thoughts? That's when the real insights emerge. Jung saw isolation as the perfect laboratory for self-discovery. When external distractions fade away, you're finally forced to confront what you've been avoiding: your shadow self, your deepest fears, and your untapped strengths. Jung discovered this pattern while studying ancient alchemical texts. In these writings, transformation always required a phase of Nigredo, a symbolic blackening or isolation. This dark phase wasn't punishment, it was preparation. The gold couldn't emerge without it. The same principle applies to your life. Those periods when friends disappear, opportunities dry up, and you feel cut off. That's your Nigredo phase. It's the universe creating the exact conditions needed for your breakthrough. This explains why so many successful people have wilderness periods in their life stories. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple before his greatest innovations. Einstein developed relativity during his lonely years as a patent clerk. Your isolation isn't random, it's purposeful. While Jung saw isolation as a psychological necessity, ancient Stoic philosophers viewed it as a powerful opportunity for developing inner strength. Stoicism teaches that external circumstances, including periods of isolation, are beyond your control. What matters is how you respond to them. This simple shift in perspective transforms isolation from something happening to you into something happening for you. Seneca, one of Stoicism's greatest teachers, deliberately practiced temporary isolation even while living a public life. He understood that solitude builds self-sufficiency and mental clarity. When you're constantly surrounded by others, you absorb their values, their anxieties, and their limitations. Isolation strips all that away, forcing you to confront a crucial question: who are you when no one is watching? The Stoics believed this question reveals your true character. It's easy to be virtuous when others are looking. It's what you do in isolation that defines who you really are. This explains why the universe isolates you at critical junctures. These moments aren't punishments. They're tests designed to reveal your current limitations and develop the exact virtues you need for your next phase of growth. When we combine Jung's psychological insights with Stoic philosophy, a powerful framework emerges for understanding your periods of isolation. Jung shows us that isolation creates the psychological space necessary for deep inner work, confronting your shadow, integrating your unconscious, and becoming whole. The Stoics reveal how isolation builds character, developing resilience, self-sufficiency, and clarity of purpose. Together, they point to something profound. Isolation isn't just beneficial, it's necessary for becoming who you're meant to be. This explains a pattern you've likely noticed throughout your life. Major breakthroughs almost always follow periods of disconnection. The universe isolates you precisely when you need to shed old identities and develop new strengths. Think of isolation as nature's reset button. Just as winter forces trees into dormancy before spring growth, your isolation periods prepare you for expansion. What looks like being cut off is actually being cultivated. The people who resist this process suffer the most. They view isolation as punishment rather than preparation. They distract themselves with noise instead of embracing the silence where wisdom emerges. So how do you harness the transformative power of isolation in your own life? Here are 3 approaches that combine Jung's psychological insights with Stoic practices. First, Recognize isolation as a signal, not a sentence. When the universe isolates you, it's directing your attention inward for a reason. Instead of fighting it, ask yourself, what am I meant to discover during this period? What aspect of myself needs attention? Second, practice intentional solitude. Don't wait for the universe to force isolation upon you. Schedule regular periods of disconnection from technology, from others, from distractions. Even 30 minutes of true solitude daily creates space for insights that never emerge in constant connection. Third, use isolation to identify what truly matters. When everything external falls away, what remains? This is how isolation reveals your authentic values and purpose. The Stoics called this the view from above, stepping back to see what's genuinely important. Remember, isolation feels uncomfortable precisely because it's working. Just as physical growth causes growing pains, psychological evolution creates emotional discomfort. This discomfort isn't a sign something's wrong. It's evidence of your transformation in progress. Next time you feel isolated, remember what Jung and the Stoics understood. Your isolation has purpose. The universe hasn't abandoned you. It's investing in you. It's creating the exact conditions required for your next evolution. The darkness isn't permanent, it's preparatory. Those who embrace isolation rather than escape it discover something extraordinary. The very disconnection that feels like punishment contains the seeds of unprecedented growth. But isolation isn't the only psychological mechanism Jung uncovered. Another powerful force might be affecting you right now. The way your mind obsesses over certain people. Just as isolation serves a purpose, these obsessive thoughts are actually messages from your unconscious, trying to show you something important about yourself. This hidden psychological pattern explains why certain people dominate your thoughts even when you try to forget them. In our next exploration, we reveal Jung's shocking discovery about what these persistent thoughts really mean, and the ancient Stoic technique to break free from them. So now I'm curious. What isolation period in your life later revealed its purpose? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now to understand their own journey.